Hi, I'm the DIY guy with MyDIYGuy.com. Today I'm going to show you how to replace a tile. First thing you're going to need is you're going to need some safety glasses. You'll also need some gloves. You always want to stay safe. You don't want to get anything in your eye or cut your hands or anything, so those are a priority. Okay, you're also going to need some other tools. You're going to need a hammer. You're going to need a pry bar or a 5-in-1. If you have a 5-in-1, it'll work too. You're going to need a grout scraper. You can get this in the tile aisle at Home Depot or Lowe's. You can probably get them off of Amazon.com also. You're going to need a thin-set trowel. A 1/4-inch tooth is fine for this size tile, but if it's anything bigger, you'll have to go to a 1/2-inch tooth, which is bigger than this. You will need a broom, a dustpan, a bucket, and you'll need your thin set, which I've already mixed in the other video on how to mix thin set. Okay, first thing you're going to want to do, you want to find the tile. This is a tile right here that I'm going to be replacing. Get your grout scraper. You want to scrape the grout out all the way around it. You're going to do it on all 4 sides. And you do this so whenever you knock the tile loose, it doesn't pull up the tiles next to it. Paper towel, you can throw it over the top of the tile, and then when you hammer the top of it, that'll keep all the shavings from flying up at you. So let's give it a try. Okay. You can see it cracked the tile, broke it loose over here, so that's going to make it a little bit easier to pry. So you get your pry bar. Like I said, you want to be careful not to chip the tile next to it. You want to go ahead, give it a little pry, see if you can get it to come on up. And there you go. So now you got the pieces out. Take them loose. This one seems like it's going to be very easy. Thin set actually didn't even stick to the concrete. You want to scrape the thin set off, back down to the concrete, all the way around. You can also get a vacuum it out. Might be a little bit easier. Okay, after you get it nice and clean, you want to get all the grout, dry grout off around the corners here. That way the new tile will fit in there real good. Sweep it up, get all the larger chunks out. If you have a bucket of water and a sponge, it would come in handy also. So you can go ahead and grab your sponge, wring it out. Just wipe the area off so you can get the dust. Get all that thin set dust up off of the floor. Clean it out real good. I'm going to scoop up some thin set with the trowel. You want to apply it to the back of the tile. You want to hold the trowel at about a 45-degree angle so you get nice, smooth, tall lines on the back of the tile. Spread the thin set across the back. Make sure you get it on the corners so they'll adhere and they won't break loose. And make it nice and smooth. See how I'm making sure I get those corners? You take your tile, flip it over, drop it down into the slot, and you want to apply some pressure to it, move it back and forth. Hit down on it a little bit, make sure that stuff adheres real well. And then you want to line up your grout joints. Make sure they're nice and even all the way across. Looks good. If you were replacing more than one tile, I would recommend getting spacers. You can get those in the tile aisle, Home Depot, Lowe's. You can buy them off of Amazon.com. Those will ensure that you have nice, even grout joints. Since we're only replacing one tile, really not that much need for it. you can eyeball those grout joints, make sure they look nice and even. After you set your tile, you want to make sure that it dries real well before grouting. Probably let it dry at least a couple hours, 4 to 6 hours before you grout. You can even let it dry overnight if you'd like to. Scoop some grout up, and you want to slap it down on the joint of the tile. You want to push it into the joints real good. Make sure that you get those joints nice and full. And then squeegee it off after you feel like you've got it nice and full. See, it's starting to haze over now. It's a good time to go ahead and wipe it. So you want to take your sponge, dip it in the water. You want to wring it out real good, like that. You want to hold your sponge firm on the ground with your hand and pull diagonally across the grout joints. Flip the sponge over, pull diagonally again.